This is a roller coaster for me. I think a major one because
Okay.
now more than Google searches, we are searching things on ChatGPT first, and
Right.
probably when we are not satisfied with the response, then we go on Google.
Yeah. Okay. So, Nidaa, do you know how many people are using LLMs like ChatGPT? Any guesses here? What do you think?
I'm using, but I
Okay.
feel I think 8 out of 10 people must be
Yeah.
using ChatGPT now.
Okay. Okay. But okay. How often do you use ChatGPT?
If I were to say, yeah, every working day,
Okay.
and even in a day, I would say at least twice.
Okay. So suppose if you are doing 10 Google searches a day, would
Hmm.
5 of them are replaced by searches on conversations on ChatGPT, or is it less than that? How much of the share do you think ChatGPT has taken?
Um, I think this is a roller coaster for me. I think a major one because
Okay.
now more than Google searches, we are searching things on ChatGPT first, and
Right.
probably when we are not satisfied with the response, then we go on Google.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so let me tell you actually that we are going to be discussing the role of LLMs like ChatGPT in the context of SEO, right? For B2B and IT companies. So I have some interesting stats. I was going through some LinkedIn posts. Let me just share my screen.
Okay, sure.
And okay, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, it has really skyrocketed, right? So if you look at
Okay.
Jan 2024, this is mind you, this is just one LLM, ChatGPT. This is
Yeah.
ChatGPT is in January 2024 is 1.6 billion people. Is
Wow.
it? Yeah, it's visits. So yeah, it's not people, it's visits. So people would have gone multiple times. But
Yeah.
yeah, this so definitely, and interestingly, I mean, I was asking you about how many times you used, like, has it replaced Google search? So this gentleman, he
Oh,
says that 25% of his searches have been
yeah.
replaced by ChatGPT, right? So
Yeah.
the shift is happening, and as B2B marketers, it's important to appreciate this first of all, because a lot of the people who use LLMs are going to be people from the industry, from IT, working professionals, and that's exactly what B2B target audiences are all about, as opposed to
Yeah.
B2C, right?
Correct.
So that's an important thing to remember. The other one is that what changes in the context of if you're building content, what should change now that you know that a lot of your content distribution is going to happen through mechanisms like ChatGPT, and there are many
Hmm.
such, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. So I found this. I mean, there are some good points in this article. Let me, we can just quickly go through that. The first thing is staying conversational, because what now, since your content is going to be picked up more and more by platforms like ChatGPT if the tone is conversational, you know,
Yeah. I
and this is
really
not
have
just
seen this
I mean,
in.
and
I was just saying that this is what I have actually observed that
yeah,
in the recent few years, I mean, a lot of passive content is being replaced by active conversational content, and that is
okay,
very important to keep it engaging. So definitely that's a factor.
Yeah. For the benefit of the viewers also, can you explain what do you mean by passive, and can you give an example?
Passive would definitely be something where I'm just talking in third person. It's kind of, in a very simple term, it would be a lecture, like a lecture when we're sitting in a lecture room and somebody is just
Monologue.
referring in third person and it's a monologue.
Yeah.
But active conversation is a dialogue where I'm directly addressing you as the first person and I'm talking to you. So the reader actually can relate and is
Hmm.
more engaged better.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe if you're a CRM software product, the article can be more about the use cases, how the person can actually use
Yes,
yeah. That, I mean, that's
directly
a subject.
referring to the
Yeah,
issues and
yeah, yeah.
correct.
Cool. Yeah, so that is one. The other is optimizing for long tail key phrases. I mean, now see, these might come across as things which are like generic and, matlab, jo bolte hai, sadiyon se people have been talking about
Yeah.
of SEO, but it is even more important, because if you see how we chat with LLMs, we
Hmm.
are very conversational, so we will have very specific demands, like, can you tell me that if I am writing an article about this, what should be the title? Can you tell me if, it can be very long.
Yeah.
The prompts uh, are long, and people
Yeah. Correct.
more and more know that if you buy longer prompts, they get better answers. So that's
Absolutely.
is going to be even more important. And like for finding the long tail phrases, I mean, just a small hack. You can just go to Google, and there is something called people also ask, and these are the ones which are the conversational things which people are asking around your category, and you can,
Yeah.
this is true for any category, right?
Yeah. Any.
Yeah. Right. So that yes, this is a good one. Publishing where the AI models are looking. I mean, I was just reading something where I was reading that Shutterstock has now made a deal with Facebook, and New York Times is evaluating which LLM to partner with. So there is a lot of action, and so if you know basically, if you're savvy, you have to keep a track of all these things, so that that
Hmm.
if now, for example, if Reddit has made a deal with XYZ, you should, then you should double down on Reddit and do more on Reddit, and see
Yeah.
if Quora is doing a deal. So it's a lot of action is happening. So we have to see who are
Hmm.
the people who are doing deals with all these, the likes of ChatGPT. Okay. So, Nida, what's your take on AI now? uh, what the context AI and content workflows? So how do you think? How do you use GPT? Like when you're doing?
See, my work in the marketing field primarily focuses on content. So this is a topic I'm very familiar with. And the
Yeah,
first feel I get is whenever we are using AI for content, we are able to generate a lot of content very quickly.
yeah,
But definitely there is the problem of humanization. I mean, it is
yeah,
sometimes it is very passive content, sometimes it's very repetitive, sometimes there are words that the audience cannot relate to. I mean, you need people to be able to understand the
yeah,
language, and so the level of the language also needs to be at the user's level. It should not
yeah,
be at a professor's level. And so
yeah,
this is
yeah,
something I feel. Also, I would say that AI is yet to be so connected with the internet in a way that
yeah.
it gives you the latest examples and news which you
Sure.
might want to use in your content. So if you want to include the latest trend or any
Yeah,
news or any work piece, then I think
yeah.
you will have to
You'll have to sit
modify
on
it
it yourself.
accordingly.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
definitely
No.
AI gives you the I would say the infrastructure, and then you
Hmm.
have to build accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah, so the it should not be the case that because that now you got a lot of distribution, you just go all out and use AI, because you're going to fall on your face, right? If
Yes.
you do that,
Yeah.
it's this such like largely AI generated workflows don't work, and all
Yeah, they
these
don't work.
yeah, and all these like the all the search engines know that people are doing it, and they are finding solid ways to
Yeah,
put down this content, whether it is
right.
on Google and the same will be for ChatGPT. Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah, and yeah, that I was saying that last one is that uh, if wherever you're distributing the content, so if you know that Reddit has a deal with XYZ and you're doubling down on Reddit and you're distributing a lot of content on Reddit, make sure you mention your brand uh, clearly in the content, because
Yeah.
when ChatGPT is going to pick up your content, it should also in a subtle way pick up your brand also, right? It should be very clear that okay, this content is from this particular brand. So yeah, that's just make
Yeah.
sure.
Brand clarity is absolutely important, especially in this
Yeah,
competitive zone.
yeah, yeah. Great. So yeah, those were the things to keep in mind if you're a B2B or IT company, and if you are producing content in this competitive and still to be decided, world of LLMs, which is just about shaping up. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, true, true.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kaushik.
Thanks, Nida. Bye. Yeah.
Bye.